What up? Greetings, greetings. Where is everybody? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I am freezing here. You know, my internet cable is right behind my heater, and when I am doing live stuff, I need to put down the heat. Almost turn it off. So I am freezing. And but I hope Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, William. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm off the radio for a little bit. I'm off the radio for a little bit. We will come back to radio with big surprises. Oh my God, you're gonna be like, what? It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome when we come back on the radio. Be patient, be patient. We're trying, and it's gonna be it's gonna be soon. So just be patient there. I'm trying to read Instagram, but I cannot see. My eyesight is. I'm 45 years old. Bear with me. Anyway, last year I did a numerology thing about the year, and of course, 2018 sum up to number two, and we consider that to be a year of the High Priestess. And it was a year of introspection and a lot of intuition and all of that. And this year, obviously, it sums up to number three, and that'll be the year of the Empress. And why am I so excited about that? Well, for a number of reasons. Of course, those who know me know I'm a pagan, I am a priestess of the goddess, and having the number three, it's really, 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 really important because it's the number of the goddess and is the number of manifestation and is a number of creativity, and it represents everything that is live on the earth and in this world. Funny thing, I have 3 viewers here on Facebook and I have 3 viewers here on Instagram. See, magic is fantastic. So, how do I come up with number three? Because there were people last year that after I did the video, they were asking me why I didn't leave it at number 11, because 2018 sums up to 11. So, of course, 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus 8 is 11. But in numerology, you only go from 1 to 9, not even 10. Because 10, when you sum 10 and 1 and 0, you go back to 1. So number 10 is like a revolving door that takes you back to the beginning. It's an ending and a beginning. And so adding the numbers for 2019, of course, it sums up to 12. So you do 2 plus 1 plus 9 plus 0, of course. And that gives you 12. And then you add 1 plus 2, and that gives you 3, the number 3. So, of course, I have various of my tarot card decks here. I am not a collector, and some people find that a little odd and a little weird. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Thank you for joining me. So, I have but a few numbers of tarot card decks. I have the Rider-Waite-Smith with me right here. The Rider-Waite-Smith. I have the Legacy of the Divine by Ciro Marchetti. I also have the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. Brand new. I haven't used this one. I have the Tarot Illuminati by, who's the artist? Eric C. Dunn or Dune. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. And of course, Gabi. Of course, I have the Mother Peace Tarot by Vicky Noble and Karen Bogle. And we have 3 Degree of Separation with Vicky Noble because she is her mentor's mentor. So we're very proud to have all these tarot decks. Anywho, why do I think the Empress is so amazing and is so exciting that 2019 is a number 3. Um, if you ever had a reading with me, you've heard me say that the High Priestess is the mistress of mystery, but that the Empress is the mistress of matter. Everything that is matter, everything that is material, everything that is tangible, everything that is part of our physical world. Which takes me to the myths of creation and the theory that I love so much about the goddess and her being immaterial, and that when the goddess decides to manifest herself, boom, big bang, thus creating the universe, and now we have matter. This is, of course, a theory that I learned many, many years ago, and every Genesis story, which are not exclusive to the Bible, by the way. Genesis means beginning. And every theory, every story of the world's creation or civilization creation or humans creation, it begins with a Genesis, and the Genesis usually begins with the divine, masculine, feminine, both neither asexual or in whichever form, androgynous too, with the divine giving itself form. Well, in the goddess tradition, of course, that divine is the divine feminine. And on the tarot, for some reason, though the Rider-Waite Smith was created in the 1900s, they actually give matter to the Empress. So she is all about creation, and she is all about manifestation, and she is all about materializing those things that we have worked for. So let's begin by number. The number 3, when we have something on one dimension, is unidimensional. We cannot see it. Two-dimensional, 2 lines, is obviously on the second dimension, but it's still not material. When we have 3-dimensional shapes, like such as a triangle, then we have dimension that can hold itself. It might not have a balance, but it does have stability. So the number 3 is a number that gives us 3D. It gives us the third dimension, and thus it represents something that is material and something that is created and that is going to be materialized. So everything that we worked on last year, for those of us who were working on deconstructing and reconstructing and healing and putting our effort and our time and bettering ourselves, or working on businesses, or working on I don't know, people were writing books, people were filming films, people were, I mean, I have tons of friends that were working on art, and it seems like in this year, all of that will come to fruition. And for that, cheers. It's only Diet Coke, I'm not drinking. Salud. Thank you to everyone that is on Instagram. I can barely see, but I see the little comments going through. Much love to all. And much love to all of you on Facebook and all of you on YouTube. So let me continue with the Empress. As we can see on the Rider-Waite Smith tarot, she is sitting very, very comfortable. She is on a throne, and she's got a bunch of pillows there, and she's wearing a muumuu, or I don't know, like a pajama. Something very, very comfortable, right? So she is sitting on a bunch of pillows, and she's very comfortable. And that brings us into our mindset of being very sensual. And that means just being alive, being very sentient, being who we were intended to be in this life. Listen, I have nothing against New Agers, okay? But I think New Agers, sometimes they get stuck into the ethereal world and in the world of spirit. And in this lifetime, at this moment, if you're watching me through your various devices, is because you have a body and you live in this earth. So for you have a body that feels, that is alive, that you have electromagnetic connections with your skin and your brain, and that makes you a sensual being. And that's what she represents. I mean, look at how comfortable she is. She's just sitting there being herself, feeling all confident and feeling all sensual and sexual and hot and oh my god. So that's what the card represents too, or sensuality or sexuality or instincts of being complete and then share that feeling, that emotion. I'm getting hot. Feeling being animal, to touch and to be touched, because we all want that. We all want to feel that emotion, right? And when she is sitting there all feeling good, that's what she represents. Then, of course, she's got her little feminine sign right here on the bottom right. Right? She's got the feminine sign. So, we are humans and we only understand the world as masculine and feminine. And the truth of the matter is, there are way more genders than the ones that we are used to. The world is not only divided by people whom are masculine or feminine. We have intersex people, we have agender people, we have non-binary people, and so on and so forth. There are so many, I cannot keep track. All of them very, very valid. What we are talking about when we talk about feminine energy is we are talking about that which is occult, hidden, nurturing, loving, caring, etc., etc. Right? By definition, that's what they call femininity. But guess what? We are all, as we live in this world, we are redefining everything, right? And so, why wouldn't the feminine essence be also strong and direct and, you know, intense? I'm sorry, I was looking for the word in my head. Um, so of course she represents also those parts that are feminine, right? That intensity, that caring, that nurturing, that holding space for other people, compassion, but also anger and passion and why not creativity and all of those energies that could also represent what is femininity. And then after all of that, oh, I lost a lot of people on Instagram. I guess they didn't like that. They didn't like that I see other genders. I'm just speculating here. Don't mind me, please. Um, but it could happen, right? Anyway, we also have all this foliage underneath her feet, and all the trees and all the foliage behind her, and all of that represents, of course, life and Mother Nature. Or feminist side, they say on Instagram. Of course, it is Mother Nature on all her abundance. And as a mother, as a parent, sometimes she says no. Sometimes I always think about the times when we are children and we want to go out and it's cold or whatever, and then our parents are saying, put on a sweater, go out, or don't go out, it's not permitted right now, blah blah blah. So sometimes her powers of manifestation will not be there and she will say no, not today. Today is not the right time for you to manifest, to create, to do something, right? Sometimes when she reverses, of course, is the eclipse part of her definition or part of her qualities, and she reversed herself and she's telling us, not today, it's not the right time. Like a good parent will say, right? So, of course, she's regal. She's a person of, she's got a crown, and her crown is made with stars. I don't know why the image goes all fuzzy when I go. It kind of goes out of focus. But you can see her crown in there. and it's made of stars. Isn't that beautiful? So, of course, she's talking about being a figure of authority, right? So, when the high priestess will represent our celestial mother or intuition, that which is untangible, the empress actually represents our earthly mother. And of course, this is our mother figure, so it will be a relationship with our mother. So, those of you who still have your mother here on earth, please honor your mamas. Please honor your mother. Please love your mother. Please be close to your mother. And of course, if she earns the love and the respect too, right? Because it's not just a given. Um, and honor your relationship with your mom or motherly figures, right? A parent doesn't have to have a specific gender. Again, with the gender, I'm sorry, I'm an activist. So, relationship with the mother, if she is no longer on this earth, she's still within you, and parts of her still live within you, and you are your own mother. You become your own mother, and you become an extended um, representation of your mother. So it's time for you, like me, and like so many others like me who have lost our physical mothers and they're in heaven or wherever they go to rest. We become our own parents, and so we have to take care of our own needs. So all in all, I think the year is about material gain. Is going to be a year about materialization, manifestation, creativity, abundance, and pleasure. Please give into pleasure, people. Um, you do you. You do whatever your goals or your resolutions are for the new year. But I also think if we have a year where abundance, prosperity, and gain is going to be present, let's enjoy that. Let's enjoy that bountiful that um, the Empress is giving us. So I wanted to show you all different versions of the Empress and how different artists reinterpret. As you might know, the Rider Waite Smith has become kind of like the blueprint of the tarot, and then other artists do their interpretation. And this is Ciro Marchetti's interpretation on one of his decks. This is the Legacy of the Divine, and he presents the Empress very, very pregnant, and she is surrounded by nature. There are eggs, there are fruits and vegetables, and there are various creatures of land, air, and water. And I see her as the gatekeeper of the natural world. And of course, it is a beautiful, beautiful interpretation of Mother Nature or the Empress. Then we have another interpretation by Ciro Marchetti. And in this case, she is the universe itself, holding that feminine symbol on her hands and surrounded by all the signs, all the constellations. And to me, that will put her a little bit as the sun. How about that? Because a lot of interpretations say that the sun is masculine. But what I see in this card is I see her as the sun, the giver of life, right? It is indeed a very beautiful card. And then we have, last but not least, of course, the Mother Peace Tarot interpretation. And this is also a thing of beauty. She's got all this primordial civilization goddesses and the feminine divine and how it has been represented through ages on different cultures and different cultures. Did I say the same word? I think so. Different cultures and different peoples. And look at her. She's got her mirror, and she's got a flower there. She's got the rose. The rose has been the goddess in very many different civilizations. And then we have the little big bodied goddesses of fertility and abundance who represent the actual true nature of our bodies. Our bodies are naturally whatever they are. Some are big, some are small. And here, well, I guess the people of those ages were more inclusive because we have big, big women. And of course, got the Ceres on the bottom, the goddess of grain, and all about pleasure, all about pleasure. So I'm going to read real quick what the Mother Peace Tarot booklet says about the Empress. A key to Mother Peace Round Tarot. The Empress represents the great Mother Goddess, incarnate in earthly bodily form. Spirit manifested in nature. Like the earth itself, she symbolizes right relationships to all life. Mythologically, she is Venus, Ishtar, Ceres, Demeter, the Corn Mother, and Mother Earth. Isn't that beautiful? See, that's why I was so excited about having the Empress as the card of the year, because it's all about, I know I keep repeating myself, but it's because it's all beautiful. Now, let me tell you a little secret. This tarot, it was a gift. They sent it to me from Spain. Thank you so much to the person. You know who did it. You gifted me this from Spain. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But they asked me what I wanted. So I said I wanted this tarot. And the reason I wanted this tarot deck is one and one only. Look at this. It is one of the most beautiful empresses I have seen in any tarot decks. It is just fantastic. Now, I do not like tarot decks without a rim. I always like to have the little rim on the card. But for some reason, this card, I'm going to try to make it the focus of the screen. Believe me, the screen is not giving it justice. It is more beautiful than what it looked like. It's very blurry here on Facebook. Maybe there you can see it better. There it is. It is such a beautiful rendition of the Empress. And it is because of this card that I wanted to purchase this deck. And thank you, God and Goddess, that it was a gift. Somebody sent it to me from Spain. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love it. I love it. It's so the whole tarot is very busy. There's a lot of visuals. There's a lot of symbols. There's a little too much on each card. However, this Empress is just darling. And the legend that they have for the Empress on the booklet, because like many other tarots, it comes with the interpretation of the author. And I really love this one, and I'm going to read it to you all. And right after that, we're going to say goodbye. However, don't go just yet. I might pull a card for you. The Empress, Venus incarnate in sensual earth. There's a message again. Okay, Venus incarnate in sensual earth. From impregnated silence and mystery, form must come. And I am the gateway of creation. I have brought many things to birth. I am the creatrix of every moment, engendering all possibilities with active forces towards manifestation. The earth we walk upon is my body as well as my child. Its beauty and wonder are my works of art. My offering to all my other children, that they might also walk in beauty and wonder. For what is life without beauty? What is it without love? I am the Queen of Love, and it is my war cry and my heart's shield. When you love unconditionally, you open your heart to the pains of the world. But even these pains and sorrows are of my love creation, I gifted every being with vitality and sensuality, so that it could engage in life, fall deep into its sumptuous folds, and experience all. How can your heart ever be truly at risk when you know that the source of pain is also the source of love? Nothing created was done so without difficulty and suffering. The song of creativity and engendering is the cry of a woman in labor, the cries of lovers in their moment of unity, the cry of triumph at the end. You are creator and co-creator of every moment and every step you take upon the earth. Isn't that beautiful? I love, love, love how they wrote it on this book. And of course, I'm sure Ciro Marchetti and every other author has a different interpretation, of course, of the Empress. I will give you mine. She's the mistress of matter and manifestation. She will grant you everything that your heart desires this year. And if you are in tune with her, you will find self-love, self-acceptance, prosperity, abundance, sensuality, sexuality, and of course the manifestation of everything that your heart desires. Those are my wishes for you this year, of course, the year that is beginning. And if you tell me what is my other name, you all know my name is Laura González, but you also know I go by other name. If you tell me what is my other name, I will give you one card today. So I'm waiting Instagram and I'm waiting Facebook. You all know what's my other name. Now I'm going to be very silly if nobody knows what is my other name. My nickname. The name that I go by also. Let's see if somebody knows. I'm shuffling cards here. I hope somebody gets it. Nobody? Now I know there's a delay sometimes on the video, so I'm just waiting. Nobody knows my other name? Blue Witch! That's it! Quema la bruja, you win. Quema la bruja knows my other name. My other name is Blue Witch. I've been called Blue Witch for, I don't know why. Because I love blue. And I love to do my makeup in blue. And I love to do my hair in blue, but my hair is falling, so the blue in my hair is gonna take a little bit of a rest for a little while. Oh, William gave me my Insta name, Magia Cerati. That is my other name. But my actual second name. Well, why don't I do this? Let's be fair. Quema la bruja, I'm gonna pull a card for you, honey. And William, I'm gonna pull a card for you too. And William, since you were here first, since the beginning of the video, let me pull for you first, honey. William, let's see what the universe has for you. And you have the Queen of Cups reverse. The Queen of Cups reverse to me represent strength on making decisions, not letting your emotions take you for a ride anymore, but rather being more mental and analytic without losing your beautiful soul and without losing your beautiful feminine side. I think you will have a better business-oriented mind for this year. And if I'm not mistaken, that is something you were looking for. So it looks to me that when it comes to business, you will be doing a lot better this year. So congratulations on that, my dear friend. And quema la bruja. My dear quema la bruja, let me pull a card for you, honey. Now, if you get the Empress of Pleasure, it's not my it's not my fault, okay? Let me see what kind of card do I have for the quema la bruja. And you, my dear, have the Hierophant reverse. So for you is always think outside the box, do your thing, be authentic, follow your own rules, be a hippie. be who you are, and don't stay in the little boxes that they want to put us sometimes, you know. Dance at the drum. How did they say? Dance at the beat of your own drum. There you go. Okay, I wouldn't want to go because I'm having lots and lots of fun, but I think it's time for me to go. It's 8:30. It's been 30 minutes since I started this video. Please follow my Instagram, Magia Cerati. Please follow me on Facebook, Tarot by Laura González. And for those who want to see me, don't call me mama. Mama makes me feel old. Call me bruja, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I know it's a term of endearment and love, but it makes me feel like I'm very, very old. And I am not that old. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And thank you for being part of this adventure. And let me finish with a joke. Call me witch, call me bitch, call me whatever you want to call me, but don't call me mama, please. It makes me feel very, very old. Good night, everybody. This Friday I will be at... Charlene is laughing. This Friday I will be at Satnam Yoga on the first Friday Community Healing Day. Saturday I will be at Back of the Yards on the Farmers Market from 11 to 3 at the plant. And on Sunday I will be Sunday Fun Day at La Catrina, 1110 18th Street at La Catrina Cafe. Thank you, Silver Alert says you're not old. I know, I'm not old, but when people call me mama, it makes me feel very old. Anyway, love to you all the blessings, all the good fortune for this year. The Empress is with us. Embrace the Empress. Embrace the Empress. Embrace the Empress within you. Embrace the Empress as she manifests herself within you. Prosperity, good fortune, and of course, you are loved. Bye-bye, Facebook. Facebook is the first to go. And Happy New Year, of course. Happy New Year to everybody. Bye-bye. And Happy New Year, YouTube. Boy, this YouTube video is really, really dark. I feel like Darth Vader. Anyway, bye, YouTube.